Sal and TJ Watt were speaking out against it about these helmets, and they're saying that some of the players are going to have to wear this up until the second preseason game.
I don't see it happening.
And why they're trying to limit the concussion. So they're saying if one player wears one of these helmets, and it's just the quarterback, lineman, and I think it's the tight ends that have to wear it in preseason.
What about defensive linemen?
I don't know, and defensive linemen.
Okay,
yeah.
so linemen.
So they're saying if one player has it, it reduces the head injuries by 10%. If two, it's 20%.
Okay.
Sal is saying that the problem with wearing these helmets in preseason is that it's too close. You don't want them to come into game week one
feeling coddled
and hit and have that head-to-head collision, and the shock to your system is just going to be too much.
Feeling coddled.
Yeah. Here's what they need to understand about this is like this is a game that is voluntary. The best thing they can do is release all of the important education and updates about what's happening to football players, to people who play football, so they can make a decision if they want to come or not. I think that point's great because here's the thing. It's like,
well, Watt's saying he'll take the fine. He's like, I'll
take the fine too. It's such a Band-Aid move to, or a PR move to be like, for 2 games out of our 21 games, we're going to wear this protection. And then when everything else matters, and that's just a minimum, you might play 4 games of playoffs too. So take that percentage. It's like, would you eat a sandwich if I told you 5% of it was shit?
Would you eat a bag of dicks?
What percentage?
What do you mean about the bag of dicks?
We're talking math here. I need the percentages.
What percentage of you would eat the bag of dicks?
But back to this thing, like, not even that. The guys,
and if it works, then keep it on the whole season.
Oh, please don't.
No, I know
what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Which is probably on the way.
If it does work so well, then make it protect them.
But
put it on all season.
But the stats are going to be inflated anyways because the linemen that are wearing these in preseason games aren't actually getting the reps they're getting in an actual game. So yeah, you're going to see less head injuries to guys because you're rotating the lineup way more than you are in an actual game. You know what I mean? I think it's a stupid. In this situation in practice, yeah, it makes complete sense. But the whole point of a preseason game is to get yourself football ready.
Yep.
And now you're giving these guys false sense of security.
Yeah.
And you're actually probably going to increase the tackles or increase the head injuries.
That's exactly what Salo was saying. He's like, these guys are going to go in there and they're going to be so used. They're not, unlike preseason where they're kind of holding back from the head-to-heads, you know, they're seeing possibly it's not that bad. And then when they go in for the same type of tackle, their body's not adjusted to it.
Well, I'm pretty sure AJ and I've had this conversation at some point in our friendship about why rugby players have less head injuries than football players. And it's because football players essentially have an exoskeleton, right?
Yeah.
So you already feel this sense of I'm not going to get hurt. Whereas a rugby player, you go to tackle someone without a helmet, well, you ain't leading with your head, right? So one of the worst things the NFL can do is actually make the helmet safer and safer and safer. The less chance you feel like you're going to get a concussion, the less chance you are is going to be protecting your head away from contact. You know what I mean?
Dude.
You're not learning to keep your head out of the line of fire if you know you have a less chance. A guy in rugby or a guy going to tackle someone without a helmet on, you ain't fucking diving at someone's knees without a helmet on because you're going lights out.
Exactly. This is like a horrible example again, but I'm full of them.
Great. Then keep talking about it.
No. Only because I'm talking about the schoolyard and us as kids. But when you're a kid, like I remember playing lacrosse, and I would like full body throw my front head, shoulders into someone and
knees and
like,
toes.
Knees and toes. But when we were at school playing lacrosse or football, like I really never got injured on my head. If I got injured, it would be a sprained ankle.
No helmet.
Yeah, because there's no helmet. I'm not diving head first at someone, but I did, and I'm not, of course, not comparing me to.
Kind of are though.
I'm not comparing myself to Dak Prescott. I am comparing myself to James Washington.
To Turpentine.
Turpin.
But you know what I mean? The exactly. I'm just double downing on what you're saying, and then bringing bringing me into the conversation. It's that false sense, or it's like I can throw my head into this because I have a helmet.
Yeah.
Stephen White's laugh crying and says lacrosse. We have to be
Box
specific.
lacrosse.
It's box lacrosse.
Box lacrosse, bro. We don't play that fucking.
Hey,
actually, we do.
YouTube box lacrosse. It's
Yeah.
it's a fucking it's a savage sport. Like
Yeah, not field lacrosse.
it's not
box
field lacrosse. Box lacrosse. Google highlights of box lacrosse.
Show.
I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys.